Hello, everyone. I think I'm live now. I had to create the live a second time. I don't know why. There was some technical problems. Uh, we have already two people here. And please let me know if you can see me all right, if you can hear me all right. I hope I won't have any other technical problems. I hope everything will work fine. So please let me know if at any point the transmission interrupts. Just drop a comment right there and tell me if everything is fine. So I know that to restart it, I don't have a lot of things that I can do because internet is very bad where I'm staying. It's a very rainy day here in Cluj, and I need to have additional light. Hope you like everything. Everything is fine. And the topic of today's video is the work-life balance for software engineers. I'm Petru. I'm the founder of Wellcode. We launched the platform 1 year ago. Before doing that, I did several internships in New York with Facebook, with Palantir. Last summer, I was at an internship in Los Angeles with Google, and that's my story. I'm also teaching kids. I'm helping them prepare for computer science Olympiads. I have some students who represented Romania at the international competitions, and I'm going live right now, and I'm going to tell you the secrets for time management, for a good work-life balance. Someone is asking me, why is internet so bad in the US? I don't know. I think it's because there are not a lot of companies, and there are some sort of friends. That's my theory. I don't know for sure, but they are friends, and because of that, they are keeping prices high, and the quality of the service is not that good. And I think that's the main reason. Will we solve some problems? Today, we won't solve any problems, but probably in some of the next episodes from now on, we'll have a weekly live video. We'll talk about any kind of topics related to programming. So don't forget to drop us a message or drop a comment and suggest me some themes about which you want me to talk about. So yeah, we also hit 9,000 YouTube subscribers. Thanks a lot for that. And also we will launch the international version very soon. You will find it on wellcode.com. Don't forget to sign up there. We have a free guide for you. If you want to become a computer programmer and you don't know what that means, you can download our free guide. It looks awesome. My team has done an incredible job in making it look good. I wrote the guide personally. So don't forget to go on wellcode.com. Don't forget to like this video. Like it right now. This way you will bring more people. That means more people in the chat, more interesting discussions. You can also share this video on social media. You'll bring even more people that way. The way YouTube works is that if something is very popular, it gives it more popularity, more reach. So if you drop lots of likes, you'll get more people. You can make more friends, and this is an amazing thing because not a lot of you like just sitting on a Sunday afternoon just watching some crazy guy talking about programming. So I thank you all for that, and hopefully you'll get something useful out of it. And we will start the topic of today's video, which is work-life balance. Can you still have a life if you're a programmer? I remember when I was in high school, a lot of my colleagues will tell me, oh my God, I won't become a programmer. I can't sit in front of my computer all day. You won't have any life. I want to have friends. I want to still have fun. I don't want to quit my social life. I want to be cool, and so on and so forth. And they were always complaining. They were thinking that if you become a software engineer, you just lock yourself in a room. You won't have any contact with the outside world. You'll just be there and don't just sit in front of a computer. And of course, that's not true. And a lot of people who are saying that, they say, I can't do programming, I can't do software engineering. They end up working way longer hours. There are a lot of examples of people who end up working in fast foods or just driving around the city. So it's not necessary if you become a software engineer, you have to quit your life, or if you're not a software engineer, you will be very sociable. The thing is that after college, you will need a job. And in order to, because you need money in order to survive, of course, you can still live with your parents, but that's not ideal. So you probably need to get a job, and usually rents are going up, especially if you're living in any civilized country, in any civilized city. And in order to be able to pay the rent, you need to earn money. You need to get a job. And if you look at the price, if you look at the salaries, you'll see that in order to get a very good job, in order to get a good job, you need to have you need to have good skills. So how do you get good skills? You still need to work. So beware, this is not a video with mainstream advice in which I'll tell you, oh, you just need to follow your passion, just do what you love, do whatever it makes you happy. I don't think life works that way. As I told you, I did several internships with some of the top companies. I earned good money. I can't complain about that. And I think for me, working at Google and at Facebook, it was a dream, and also visiting New York and Los Angeles. And because I knew how to write code, I could fulfill my dream. I could transform my dream into reality. And I'll tell you what I did and worked for me. I'm not saying that this is the only way, but I think this is a pretty decent way. Also, another disclaimer, if you are already rich, if you are already making lots and lots of money, don't watch this video. I don't think I can share anything useful with you. So if you are already rich, you don't need to work, you don't need to learn programming. So I don't suggest you waste your time on this video. Just go and watch some kind of streamer, some YouTube streamer who plays Fortnite or who plays any kind of game and streams it on YouTube. Don't waste your time with watching me talk about how to spend your time in such a way that you will have great skills. Okay. Penguin asked me who's the winner of the 5K giveaway. At the end of this video, I'll announce the winners. I'll extract randomly a winner. The winner will win 1 month of private coaching with me and Bianca. We'll help you reach your career goals. We'll talk about your sticking points when you are trying to learn programming and you don't know how to do that, or you are already trying to learn but you don't know. You don't understand some concepts. We will explain those to you. It will be 4 coaching sessions, one during each week. So stay tuned, watch the video till the end, because we'll announce the giveaway. Also, if you want to help us grow, don't forget to tell people to subscribe to our channel. Also, don't tell people who are not interested in computer programming to subscribe to our channel. Only tell people who like programming or who are interested in this domain. And when we reach 10,000 subscribers, we will do another giveaway. So keep an eye on our channel. Hello, everyone. I think this is by far the most successful live video. We already have 60 people here. Don't forget to hit the like button and bring more people. And now let's dive into the topic of today's video. As I said, this is not the mainstream advice. I don't believe in follow your passion. I don't believe that doing what you love will help you. And we need to set some things very straight from the beginning. I'm very passionate about computer science. I love programming. Right now, if you would give me something to create, some program to write, to create some app, I would say that I love it, and I love it by far. It's one of the best things I can do. For me, just coding, just writing code, just working on Wellcode and adding new features to the platform is almost the same thing as playing video games. So I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing, but this was not true in the beginning. I started coding in the first year of high school, in the 9th grade, when I was 15 years old. And I started it because I had the opportunity to do that in high school. I did that because when I had good grades during middle school, and because I had good grades, I that was the place to go in Romania, because there were some kind of specializations which you could choose from, and you couldn't have a decent job from the others. You could do like Romanian language and English. This was one specialization. It was humanics studies. You could also do sciences, which is biology, chemistry, physics, and I don't like memorizing things and reproducing them, and because of that I thought I don't want to become a doctor, and I also don't want to stay in college for 10 years to become a doctor. So this was my only viable option. And I was thinking about ways to earn money, because at that point I wasn't that rich. I wasn't poor either, but I wasn't that rich. So I wanted to get a cool gaming computer. I remember that at that time there was a game called Crysis. I don't know if you know Crysis. Do you know Crysis, the game Crysis? At that time it was one of the best games, if you would take into account only graphics. It had like amazing, I saw amazing screenshots from the game. Like there was almost like you would be in real life, and I wanted to have a computer who could play that game. I also liked GTA 4 was at that time, and I wanted to play that as well. But my computer back home was not good enough, and I wanted to be able to play all the video games. And I was thinking, well, I don't want to be like that my whole life. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to save a lot of money just to buy a PC and that's it. And I started thinking, what are my career options? Well, in Romania, you don't have a lot of options. You don't have a lot of well-paid jobs. So the only viable option was programming. So I didn't like it at that time. I didn't like school. I almost hated going to school every day. But also at the same time, I didn't have any choice. So I said that I don't care about follow your passion. I don't care about all those mainstream advice. So I started working. I didn't care about enjoying myself. I would still play some video games during weekends. The video games that would run on my PC, I think it was Counter-Strike. Who here played Counter-Strike 1.6? Anyone here Counter-Strike, the old Counter-Strike? Just let me know right there. Yeah, so I was playing Counter-Strike sometimes during the weekends, but my usual working schedule was like this. I would wake up in the morning at 7, maybe 7:15, because I live near the school. Then I would go to school until 2 or 3 p.m. And afterwards, I would rush home and I would start coding. I was always thinking about my gaming PCs, about what cool games would I play with the gaming PCs, about what would I do with all the money, and I was just solving problems. And I did that for half a year, and then I participated for the first time in the Olympiad, which is some sort of coding contest, and I qualified for the national phase. And at that point, I started liking it more, because it was the first time in my life when people would start to cheer me up and said, "Okay, Petru, you're doing an amazing job. Congratulations." I don't think anyone from my family went to the national phase of any kind of Olympiad. My parents would go. They told me that they went to math Olympiads, but they never ever reach that level. And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm the best from my family. I'm so happy about that. And that was the point when I started to like it. But this is not the topic of today's video. This is just some sort of introduction. But it was half a year of 4 hours per day working, in which I didn't enjoy it. I was enjoying the thought of having a cool gaming computer. That was it. So saying that, I think now let's get into more practical stuff. Let's get into some advices for you. How can you spend your time? How can you find the perfect work-life balance? And and let's see what you can do in order to reach a good level. And also, I'm very curious. What's your time schedule? So please let me know in the comments. Tell me how much time do you spend at work or at school? What do you do afterwards? I'm curious about your average day. What are you doing? What are you doing during a regular day? You work for how many hours? Then you go home. Then you spend how many hours learning? How do you relax? I'm very very curious. Yeah, I read the chat. I'm trying to give you some informations, but I'll also read the chat. It's a bit hard for me to focus because English is not my first language, so I need to be very careful about the words I'm saying. But I'm also reading the chat. Yeah, let's take some questions. Who know Wubix? It's a Romanian dubstep producer. I don't know him. What mean life? Answered that, Petru. I don't know what you mean, but what mean life? So tell me about your schedule. I'm very curious about that. Razvan says that he learns and works during the day, and he goes out with friends during the night. Yeah, that's a nice thing to do. Paul, who edits our videos, and Razvan, he's our great moderator. Don't forget, by the way, don't forget to join our Facebook groups. We have one group for Romanian language and one international group, and the giveaways are on the international group. So don't forget to go on Facebook and join our groups. We'll announce there all our content. Alex says that most of his time he's at school, and after that he comes home at 3 p.m. and he relaxes until 5. And what do you do after you relax? Yeah, so this was one of the biggest problem for me. I'm also curious if there's someone who graduated from school, who's in college, or who already is employed. I'm very curious about that. So I'm curious, how does timetable for someone who's already employed looks like? Christy is saying that he tests his player. I forgot the full name of that. Let me search. Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. He says that he's testing it all day, but he doesn't get paid. Yeah, you probably need to think about ways you can get paid. Okay, Mihai spends at least 4 hours learning. That's a really good job, Mihai. Congratulations. If you keep doing that, we will probably apply to work for your company in a few years. Yeah. How much time must I learn math, and how much for code in percent? I will talk about that. Please remind me. I just wanna outline some important things. So let's go back to today's topic. So in order to get paid, well, you need to have some skills, and in order to have some skills, you need to acquire them. And usually, you won't acquire them during school. You need to work on your skills on your own. You can still acquire some skills during schools, but it won't be that great. The school is not made for getting a job. It's just a place where you learn the basics, I think. I'm really wondering if anyone here on the live video has learned anything useful from school. Please tell me in the chat. And I'm curious. If I remember that I learned some useful stuff from math, but there wasn't too much. Yeah, so you need to build your skills. In order to be a programmer, you need to be able to create an app on your own. You need to be able to work on an app which was already created, and you need to be able to add things on top of the existing code. You need to create new features, and that's not a very easy thing. You won't learn that in school. It's impossible to learn in school. Like, the teacher has to create an app, and then he needs to give that to a student and tell him, okay, you need to build this new feature on top of what's been already built. And that's not how school works. So you won't be able to learn enough programming in school. So you need to learn it on your own. You need to start building apps on your own. And in order to do that, you need to put there a lot of work. You need to invest a lot of time in um, in advancing career-wise, in leveling up your skills. And yeah, that's the thing you need to do. Sorry for my inconsistency. So you need to level up your skills in order to be able to get hired as an engineer, as a software engineer. And how do you do that? How can you level up your skills? Well, first of all, you need to put the work. But how much work? It's not an easy thing to do. A lot of people just sit themselves in front of the computer and spend the whole day reading tutorials, creating apps, and at the end of the day they're so tired, and then they start thinking that, oh, I didn't do anything, I didn't learn enough, and then they quit. This is the first category of people, and they don't become programmers. There are some other people who say, okay, this is so interesting. They start coding for a while, for a week, and then they quit after a week, and they don't learn programming. And there are people like me who don't have any other choice, who want to become gamers, who want to play video games with the settings on ultra, and then they start working, and they work every day until they reach a good skill. And basically that's what you need to do. And if you watched Andy Sterkowitz, he has a great YouTube channel. He talked about that. He basically learned computer science on his own. He was doing something else. I also did an interview with him. You can check that video. If Paul or Razvan can drop a link in the comments, I'd be very grateful if you do that. So Andy wanted to switch careers, and he was already working. He didn't have a lot of time, but he said that the most important thing for him was consistency. So he didn't spend 8 hours per day learning, but he was learning every day. He spent I think 1 or 2 hours, I don't remember exactly. But he was putting the hours every day. So that's one very important thing that you need to do. You need to be consistent. If you want to become very good at anything, you need to be consistent. You need to spend some time every day. And a lot of people who switched careers from something else to computer science told me that 2 or 3 hours is enough. And 2 or 3 hours is not a lot of time. You spend a lot of time just scrolling through Facebook, just watching videos on YouTube, and you won't learn things from YouTube videos. Even from this video, if you are already decided that you want to become a programmer, you won't learn too much. It's been already 20 minutes in which you watched me, and you didn't learn how to write more code. So you better spend the time writing code. That's the best way you can spend your time if you want to become a computer programmer. I'm not saying just write code all day, every day. I'm saying write code for 2 hours or 3 hours a day. And after you do that for 2 or 3 months, you'll see that you can write code way better. And you'll be able in, I think, half a year or 1 year to apply for jobs and become a programmer. So this is the first part. This is the part where you are building the skills, the part where you don't know how to do things, but you are learning. And this is the best part. I still remember how I was getting home from school and how I was trying to understand how an if clause works, how a while clause works. I remember the first problem which put me into a big difficulty was learning how to find out the Fibonacci terms. I don't know if you know the Fibonacci sequence. Basically, it looks like this: 5, 8, 13, 21, and so on. So this was the first problem, which was hard for me. And I remember I stayed for 2 days. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about how to solve that. And I remember I think it was already 9 p.m., 9 in the evening, and I just got an idea about how to solve it, and then I solved it, and that was the first hard problem that I liked solving, and I was so happy. And I'm trying to bring the same thing in Wellcode, in the platform. I'm trying to make you think. I'm trying to help you develop your way of thinking, because basically that's the reason you need to put that many hours in learning. You need to find out how to think logically, how to structure your thoughts, and how to tackle the hard problems, because that's what programmers do. They get a new problem and they need to solve it. Adrian says that he wants to make apps for phones. In order to make apps for phones, or in order to be able to make any kind of apps, in order to be able to create any kind of apps, you first need to learn the basics. And after you know the basics, you'll see that you can learn any kind of technology very fast. I remember after ninth grade, after the Olympiad, I wanted to create an app for my phone in order to show up to my friends what I was creating, and showing them that I was not only staying at home and solving boring coding contest problems, but that I was also able to create apps. And I started learning Java, and I think I learned Java after knowing the basics. So I already knew how to code. I learned Java in 3 days, I think. I think in 3 days, I was already building the application. It was a quiz application. The code was very messy, but I was still able to build it. And then a friend came at me, and I showed him what I just built. It was an app on a phone with a keyboard, so it wasn't touchscreen like this phone. In order to type the letter C, you needed to press the key number 2. You need to press it 3 times, and it was crazy. But it was very easy for me to learn how to code in Java. And then I also wanted to build a website, and the switch was very, very fast. It wasn't difficult at all. And also during the whole college, I didn't spend any energy in getting good grades at the university. Everything was very easy. So this is basically the second phase, where you have the skills, and you have mastered the skills, and you know how to build stuff. And because you know how to build stuff, and you understand programming at a deeper level, things start becoming easier. And I remember while being in college, I would have a lot of time, and I spent most of the time just reading and learning things which were not connected to computer science. Of course, I still had homework to do, and I still wrote some code, but I didn't spend most of my time learning how to code, because I already knew what I was doing. I already had my skills, and I was just taking advantage of that. And usually that's what most of the programmers do. They advanced in their careers. They become senior software engineers, or they become software engineers, and then they find a decent job, and then they have not a lot, but they have some free times, and the work environment in a company is not that difficult. Of course, you can be very unlucky and be in a team where the manager is crazy, and you have lots of deadlines, and you are very stressed. But in most of the teams, things are relaxed, so you don't need to stress yourself very much. But the thing is that in those kind of companies, the entrance is not easy. So in order to be able to enter in a company where you have a decent work-life balance, you need to be very good. Because the reason behind having a decent work-life balance is that you can create things very fast. You are basically doing the work that a regular programmer is doing in 8 or 16 hours. You can do it in 4 hours. Basically, that's the secret. You still have a lot of work to do, but because you're so good, because you're so smart, because you know how to write code, you know how to write good code without bugs, you can do it much faster. And this is a point. This is the point where you want to be. I remember when I started working on Wellcode, we built the whole platform in only 3 months. So we had automatic evaluation, we had the lessons, we have comments, and we built it very, very fast because we knew how to write code. And I remember that a guy told me during my first internship at Facebook, there was a friend from Romania who worked at Google at that time. He was in New York. And he told me that he said he's spending 6 hours at the office, and at that time I was amazed. Whoa, how can you be able to spend only 6 hours? And he said that he spends his time very wisely. He's very focused on his work, and he's very productive. And because he's very productive, he doesn't need to spend 8 or 9 hours at the office. He just does his work, and then he goes back home. And an interesting story he told me is that he was in Google's StarCraft team. He had a StarCraft team with, I think, 3 other colleagues, and he also did that some sort of professionally. He was also a photographer. He took some amazing photos, and even now when I'm looking at his Facebook page, on his Facebook profile, he posts a lot of photos from cool parties and awesome places in New York. So the work-life balance for programmers is not bad if you are a good programmer. A lot of friends from Cluj, from my city, are taking 1 hour lunch breaks, and they don't seem very stressed. And I think being a programmer offers you a good work-life balance. A lot of my friends go to holidays in Greece or in Europe. If I'm looking through Instagram, there's always one friend who is in a cool place. Especially now that it's raining, I see pictures taken on the beach with lots of sun in the background. So the work-life balance in the second phase is very good, but in the beginning you need to put the work. You need to spend that 3 hours a day in which you are learning. But afterwards, you can still continue learning. You can still improve your skills. You can still aim for becoming the next Bill Gates. But you can also say that you learned enough. You have reached your goals, and you're happy now and you want to spend time on something else. But in order to, I'll repeat this, in order to reach that point, in order to reach the point where you are able to take the break, you need to put the work. There's no magic pill in which you take the pill and boom, you know programming. There's no website, there's no programming platform where you can learn programming in an easy way. Programming has to be hard. You are basically creating a new world inside the computer, and that can't be easy. No CEO of no company wants to pay lots of money to someone who does easy stuff, because why would you give someone lots of money to build something which is very easy to build? So basically, that are my thoughts regarding work-life balance. In order to reach that level, I'll also have some quick thoughts, and then I'll answer your questions. So please don't leave the video. I'll answer your questions in a few minutes. But before doing that, I want to also point a very important thing. We as humans work on energy. The same way as cars work on gasoline, we run on energy. And because we run on energy, the best time to learn how to write code is in the morning or after you rest. So after you rest, a clever thing to do is to just go online and start learning. Don't go on Instagram or on social media. Don't open a video game. first focus on learning, and then after you learn enough, after you spend 2 hours or after you learn a new concept, you can go back and you can go back and play or rest or relax in any way you want. But first of all, you need to take advantage of all the energy. And yeah, this was it. These were my thoughts. Let's take some questions. So now it's question time, and afterwards I'll announce the winner of the giveaway. The winner will win 4 coaching sessions with me and Bianca during 1 month, in which I'll help you understand more complicated things about computer science. I'll help you with your career. I'll give you advices. I'll basically teach you what you want to learn about programming. Okay, let's see the questions. Someone asked me, if I make a game like Snake, can I put this project in CV, or is it too simple? No, you can put anything related to programming in your CV. If you have simple projects, put them. If you have complicated projects, put the complicated projects. Obviously, the complicated projects are better, but if you don't have them, don't worry. Okay, also don't forget to hit the like button. Let's bring some more people into this live stream. And also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed yet, so you won't miss any videos. We will release a tutorial very soon. I filmed a coding tutorial, and it will come on the channel very soon. I think we have lots of unreleased videos still from the US, and I have lots of ideas. So keep an eye on the channel because we have lots of new things. I think it would be better to answer the chat's questions instead of this boring and almost useful talk. I'm sorry that you think it's useless, and I'm answering the questions now. Bill Gates made money from business, not from his code. Okay, but if you are saying that Bill Gates made money from business and not from his code, what did he sell? What did he sell? And I'm very curious, what do you think? What did Bill Gates sell? If he didn't sell his code, if he didn't sell his program, you can't just make money from business. You still need to have something to sell. No one was obliged in one way or another to buy it, but the quality was next level, so they wanted to buy it. So he made billions. Yeah, he employed the best students from his college to build Windows. No, I think he also wrote code. Petru, you can compare programming with poker. You can do your work and relax in some time, and you can do your own daily program. Yeah. Okay. What made you decide that coding is the best thing for you? Yeah, you probably wasn't here at the beginning. So I decided to start coding because I wanted to buy a gaming computer, and it was the only job which paid well. I was speaking with my friends, with other people I knew, and with programming, I think there was the biggest salaries were in coding here in Romania. So it was my only option. I still don't know any good jobs here in Romania without spending lots of time in college. I mean, for beginners. So I think a beginner software engineer earns way more than a lawyer or than a teacher or than a doctor. So that was it. It was a very easy choice. You're good at math. Do you ever try playing poker? No, I didn't try playing poker. I was just I played it a few times just on phone, on mobile apps. I was trying to see what's so cool about poker, why are people crazy about it. So that's when I tried playing it. I was just trying to understand it. I was trying to understand the hype behind it. That was the same reason for which I also played Fortnite. I think I did 2 live streams in which I played Fortnite. And I was trying to understand, why are all these people crazy about Fortnite? Why are all these people crazy about poker? So that was why I tried it. We will see some more videos like the last one from my personal channel. Yeah, I will release a coding tutorial for my personal channel. If you are from Romania, you can subscribe to my personal channel. I'm not putting a lot of effort. I think I have 2 videos prepared for my channel, for my personal channel. I won't put a lot of effort into my personal channel. It's just that if I'm doing something or if I'm teaching something, I'm trying to also film it. I also think that Bianca will have a personal YouTube channel very soon, and we will also do. I think we will also do one-on-one coaching. We'll launch that, but first of all, we need to focus on the international launch. So before that, I won't put any kind of effort, or I won't put lots of effort in doing other things. For what is used C#? C# is used for building applications, the same as Java and other stuff. Basically, you can build the backend of a server in C#. If I have more points, I have more chance to win. Only me and someone have 9 points. I forgot the rules, so I need to check the rules. I think I said that only people with the maximum score, but I can't remember. Can please someone check out the rules for the giveaway? I don't remember if I said that I will extract the winner from the ones with the maximum points. I think I said that, but please check that. There's another Petru here. Hello, I have the same name as you. I'm happy that you're here on my channel. I'm very happy. And I want to say a big thank you for everyone. EFDF says that, yes, you sell others' work. You just employ smart people who make good products, then sell that product. You don't need to sell your own code. And I don't think that's the way it works, because if you don't have any experience related to the field and you just employ other people, they will scam you. They will charge you way more than their work is worth. And you can see that you can see a lot of failed startups done by non-technical founders. There are a lot of examples of people who have some money. They try to build a startup, but they don't have any coding experience. They are not technical. They don't know how to write code, and they get some sort of funding, or they invest their own money, and then they lose their money because they don't know how to build a code, or because they still can have some sort of success, but they need to invest lots of money. We built Wellcode with almost no money invested. So it's way faster and easier just to learn how to code and build your own thing. Just what I learned, the encapsulation concept, but I don't know what type of projects, apps to do, exercise this concept. Can you give some advice? If you're from Romania, you can check a video on our channel. I made a video about personal projects. I also do a YouTube video about building personal projects, but just not yet. But just keep an eye on the channel, and I'll talk about that. Did or do you play bridge? I never played bridge. Giveaway is still available. Must I write? No, giveaway is not available. You need it to do the challenges on our Facebook group, but we'll do another giveaway at 10K subscribers, and also we will launch a coaching program, and you can still get to be coached by me. Just keep an eye on our Facebook page. Can I get an X? You said with the maximum points. Yeah, I said with the maximum points. So, oh, I'm sorry for you. Yes, only people with 9 points. Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, I saw Fight Club, and it was an amazing video. I will start. I think I'll start creating videos about best movies, best gaming laptops, best video games. Right now, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption. It's an amazing game. I spend like 1 hour every 2 or 3 days. So I'm not playing like crazy, but I love the story behind it. It's a very the story goes very deep. I finished my water, and I will log my in the app. I will log how much water I'm drinking. I drank today 3 cups, so I'm at 750 milliliters of water. And I'm doing that because, as I said, the brain works on energy, and you get energy by eating healthy and by drinking enough water. So don't forget to drink at least 2 liters of water per day. Yeah, and then let's take some more questions, and then I will I will choose the winners. Do you know some platform or video with a good explanation of algorithm, like Bradford search? I don't know what UCS is. You can just search for the name of the algorithm, and if you know programming well enough, you will understand the algorithms. The explanations on Wikipedia are good enough. Mihai doesn't understand why some videos don't have a lot of viewers and some other videos have lots more. I think you need to spend more energy watching this kind of video compared to watching cats. That's why I included cats in the video about meditation. Don't forget to check that video out. But I'm not crazy about subscribers. I prefer having 50 people watching my video, but all the people who are watching it are applying the advice and start working on themselves, compared to having 10,000 viewers who don't do anything and they just spend their time eating fast food and watching the video and being lazy and not doing anything. Andrew says he's in the 8th grade and he wants to go to math and computer science. Would it be hard? Yes, computer science is hard, but you will make enough money to pay out for for other things. Don't search for the easy stuff. Search for the well-paid stuff. How is that with water? The app is called Fitbit. Yeah, how can I convince my colleagues not to stress about other school subjects and get good grades? I think you don't need to convince anyone. Just do your thing. Just focus on becoming a very good computer engineer, and then in 5 years you'll go and show them what you built. You'll show them how much money you earn. You'll show them how successful you are, and then they'll see they were wrong. So you don't need to convince anyone. What was your wage at Google? I can't tell you my wage. It was confidential, but I can tell you that you can search on Google for Google internship salaries, and you will find out. I like your thinking, better 60 wolves than 3,000 sheep. Yes. So I want my fans to apply what I'm saying, and basically that's it. You heard about SAP ABAP. It's okay to engage for a company that use this language program. I never tried it. I don't know people who tried that. I think it's a niche. I think it's better to stick with a more popular language or with a more popular paradigm. Currently, I'm doing web development in Perl for Wellcode. The only place I wrote code for is for Wellcode. So I didn't try lots of technologies. I think I can learn them, but I'm not interested in doing that at that point. And now, okay, one more question. What is the hardest programming language? There are two or three languages which I think are hard. There's the assembly language, then there's Lisp and Prolog. And the thing for assembly language is that you need to write every small thing that the computer needs to do. You need to be very, very specific and go very low level. That's the hard part about assembly language. About Lisp and about Prolog, the hard thing is that you need to think in a very, very different way. So because of that, they are hard. I will do at some point, I promise I will do some videos about Prolog and about Lisp, because college students hate them, but I don't see any reason about hating them. They're so interesting, so good. Also, I have a quick game recommendation. The game is called Euclidia, this one here. It's very, very interesting. I just discovered it yesterday. It will help you develop a logical way of thinking. And I'm wondering, please let me know in the Facebook group, in the English Facebook group, please let me know what level have you reached in that game. I'm very curious. I'm so excited about that game. It was just a quick recommendation about it. And please let me know in the Facebook group what you think about the game and what level did you reach. Should I go to computer science lesson even if I know programming at the class level? I just want to become better. I suggest you finish the course on Wellcode. You finish everything you can find on Wellcode, and you won't need to go to classes if you do that and solve as many problems as possible. No, my phone is a Xiaomi. It's a cheap phone, but it's very resistant. I dropped it in Los Angeles very badly. I don't know if you can see this, but it's very scratched. I dropped it from an electric scooter. I fell on the street, but the phone resisted, and I'm so happy and so enthusiastic about Xiaomi. But now let's do the giveaway. I need to go on the Facebook group. I don't think I can share my screen. I will click a button. Hopefully it won't end the stream. No, I can't. I can't share the screen, I think. Yeah, I can't share the screen, but how to do this? Okay, I'll put the names of the people who. Oh, by the way, I'll look at the Facebook group, Wellcode, and I'll put the names in the chat, and then I'll extract the number from my phone. I'll show you the screen. I was logged out from Facebook again. That's strange. Yeah, so the giveaway will be for 1 month of coaching with me and Bianca. There will be 4 coaching sessions, one every week, and we will help you reach your career goals. Just a second, I need to copy the names of the people who were. Okay, so the people with 9 points. I think there are only 2 people with 9 points, if I'm correct. Those are the 2 people. Am I right? Have I missed anyone? Yeah, I'll add more content on the site. We are just focused on the international launch right now, but we will definitely add more content. So you can't participate in the giveaway anymore, but if you share our channel and you help us, if you help us reach 10K subscribers, there will be another giveaway. So don't forget to share our channel and share our videos. Tell people to sign up on Wellcode, and we will do another giveaway. So share our channel. And now let's go on random.org. So Yosif is number 1 and Daria is number 2. I'm trying to show what I'm doing. Let's see if I can do this in the mirror. And now I need to click here. Okay. So now I need to click generate. Are you ready? Okay, I need to click generate. And the result is 2. So I think Daria has won. Congratulations. You have won 1 month worth of coaching with me and Bianca. And this was today's video. Thanks everyone who was here. I'm so excited. This was the first video in which we constantly had 50 people watching this. please go home. Please apply the advice I gave you, and I wish you will become a very, very good software engineer. If you want to learn more about programming, go on wellcode.com, register for our free guide about how to become a programmer, and keep an eye on the social media, because we will launch the international version very, very soon. And also, if you are from Romania, go on wellcode.ro. You will learn programming from there. Hello to Turkey. So excited that you're here. Don't forget to go on wellcode.com to subscribe to our YouTube channel. There will be more content coming up, and we will soon launch a course in which you can learn programming from scratch. You don't need any kind of prior experience. You just need to put in the hours of work. Until next time, don't forget to follow us on social media. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. So don't forget to follow us over there. I was Petru, and I'm the founder of Wellcode, and I'm so excited about the first live. I'll see you next week at the next live video. Goodbye.